بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين وأفضل الصلاة وأتم التسليم على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين اللهم علمنا ما ينفعنا وانفعنا بما علمتنا وزدنا علما بك ومعرفة يا رب العالمين اللهم لا سهل إلا ما جعلته سهلا وأنت تجعل الحزن إذا شئت سهلا 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 Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today, inshallah, we are going to talk about enjoining good deeds and forbidding bad deeds, right? This is the title of our subject today. Of course, this subject we talk about it many times. Always we focus on this thing. We have, in general, we have 5 pillars of Islam. All of us, we know it. We have 5 pillars of Islam. Shahadatu an la ilaha illallah, to say la ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. And pray, and fasting, and zakah, and hajj for those who can do. Right? This is in general. And we said that those are the pillars of Islam. Those are only the pillars. We said, if I'm going to build a house, I already bought the land, and I'm going to build the house. So what is the first thing I do? I dig in the land, and then I put the inner pillars and the outer pillars, right? Now once I put the pillars, can I live in this house? It is only pillars. Then, even if I put the walls, can I live? No. Even if I put the roof, can I leave? Still no. I still need to finish all the things. I need to put the electric, and I need to bring the furniture, and I need to put the tiles and the painting and all of these. Now, once it is ready, then I say, now the house is ready. Today, unfortunately, many of us, we think that if we are doing the 5 pillars of Islam, we think that our Islam is perfect. Those are only the pillars. We still need the walls, and we still need the roof, and we still need the electric, and we still need the tiles. We still need a lot of things to do. Now, then, what are those things? This I need to know. In fiqh, you know fiqh is the Islamic law. In fiqh, when we study fiqh, we find that there are what we call it the final, what we call it, the final touch, the final touch of the pillars. Actually, there are other 7 pillars. This is in fiqh, when we study fiqh. One of them is enjoying good deeds and forbid bad deeds. What do I mean by this? It is related to when we were talking about building the house. Pillars is one thing. But then we have other things, the finishing. So in Islam we say that the finishing, the last pass of the final touch of the pillars are other 7 things we need to do. And even some they say 9. One of them is enjoying good deeds and forbidding bad deeds. So it means that the house will not be ready without electric and this and that. It means that your Islam is not yet an Islam, is not really Islam yet if you don't finish those other 7 or 9. So today we are talking about one of them, which is enjoining good deeds, forbidding bad deeds. Now, first we go to Quran. Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala says, for example, in chapter 3, Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala says, كنتم خير أمة أخرجت للناس تأمرون بالمعروف وَتَنْهَوْنَ عَنِ الْمُنْكَرِ. Remember this. يَأْمُرْ بِالْمَعْرُوفِ means enjoying good deeds. يَنْهَى عَنِ الْمُنْكَرِ means forbid bad deeds. Just remember this. Al-Amr bil-Ma'ruf means enjoying good deeds. Al-Nahi عَنِ الْمُنْكَرِ means forbid bad deeds. Now, Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala says, كُنْتُمْ خَيْرَ أُمَّةٍ أُخْرِجَتْ لِلنَّاسِ. What is the meaning of kuntum? You were. Means when Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala, we said this before, when Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala is talking, there is no tense. There is no past, present, future, because to him it is the same. So when Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala says, Kuntum khayra ummatin ukhrijat linnas, kuntum means you were and you are still. Khayra ummah, khayr, good. Ummah, nation. Khayra ummah, the best nation. Now Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala is talking to whom? To Muslims, because this is Quran. So Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala is talking to us. Kuntum khayra ummah, you are the best nation. Why? When? Because تأمرون بالمعروف وتنهون عن المنكر وتؤمنون بالله. Because of those three things. We said before, when we are reading Quran, we need to understand what are we reading. Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala is saying, you are, you were, and you are the best nation among others. Why? Because you are تأمرون بالمعروف, you are enjoining good deeds. وتنهون عن المنكر, and forbidding bad deeds. وتؤمنون بالله, and believe in Allah. Let us take it the opposite. If you are not enjoining good deeds, you are not forbidding bad deeds, then you are not believing in Allah. Then you are not the best nation. Got the point? So, this is one point we learn it from this ayah. There is another point, but this is the first one. That you enjoying good deeds. Alaykum assalam wa rahmatullah. You enjoying good deeds. You forbid bad deeds. So this means that you believe in Allah. So this means that you are the best nation. This is one understanding. There is another understanding. If you enjoying good deeds and you forbid bad deeds, then you believe in Allah. كنتم خير أمة أخرجت للناس تأمرون بالمعروف وتنهون عن المنكر وتؤمنون بالله. So, if you enjoying good deeds, forbid bad deeds, then you believe in Allah. Take the opposite. If you don't enjoy good deeds, don't forbid bad deeds, then you don't believe in Allah. Simple. The third meaning. If you believe in Allah, then you enjoy good deeds and forbid bad deeds. Take the opposite. If you don't believe in Allah, then don't enjoy good deeds, don't forbid bad deeds. Clear? So, is it one of the pillars of Islam or not? It is one of the pillars of Islam. Now this is one ayah. Another ayah in the same chapter 3. Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala says, وَلْتَكُنْ مِنْكُمْ أُمَّةٌ يَدْعُونَ إِلَى الْخَيْرِ يَأْمُرُونَ بِالْمَعْرُوفِ وَيَنْهَوْنَ عَنِ الْمُنْكَرِ. Now, وَلْتَكُنْ, this is a command verb. Means there must be. Minkum means from you. Ummah means group of people. Listen to this carefully. Ummah, not from you. Ummah, a group of people from all the people in all over the world. Again, it means you Muslims, you are this ummah. You are this nation that what? وَلْتَكُمْ مِنْكُمْ أُمَّةٌ يَدْعُونَ إِلَى الْخَيْرِ. They are helping people to be good. To be good, what does it mean? It means to be Muslims. This is the meaning of being good. What is the best thing ever happened to us? That we are Muslims. It is not that we are rich, we are big, we are titled, we are beautiful, we are smart, we are clever. This is something good, but what is the best thing ever happened to us? That we are Muslims. You look at yourself, all of us, especially those who were not Muslims before. Did you try to think, did you sit and just think by yourself, who was I before Islam? Have you ever thought about it? Or even for our Muslim brothers and sisters that they were born Muslims, but before they were not really practicing Islam. They didn't really care. And then later, they start to care. Did you think about it? Any one of you, just think. Like, I became Muslim 5 years ago. 6 years ago, I was where? What was my aim in my life? I was doing what? I was worshipping who? I was working hard for what? You will find you will find that you are lost. You will find that you are lost. Why? Because now you understand. Now you understand. Before you were working for what? Okay. Before, what was your aim? To be rich, for example, or to be high educated, or to have big title, or to have a good husband or good wife, or to have a family and then have kids and so on. Those are the things that we think about it, right? Even Muslims today, we think about this, but this is not the aim. We think about this is important. But before Islam, these were your aims. But today, or we stay there, those things, they were your aims. Were you thinking of death? Once anyone talk about death, they say, please, don't talk about death. As if we don't talk about death, then we will not die. We will die no matter we talk about death or not. But then you try to skip this subject. You were trying always to skip this subject. Don't talk about death. Don't talk about death, right or wrong. Why? Because you don't want to think about it, because it is something hidden. But does it mean that it will not happen? It will happen. See how a loser non-Muslims are, with all my respect to everybody. See how losers are they. Why? Because because non-Muslims, they never think of what will happen later. And in another hand, they never think what will happen to all the things they have. Someone who is very rich, very powerful, has everything. We said this many times. When he or she is dead, what will they take with them? Nothing. Now, but does it mean that when they die, they find that, there is hell, there is paradise, there is day of judgment, there is God, there are angels and so on. Then they say, sorry, we didn't know. Then Allah will say, okay, fine, no problem. Allah, go to paradise. Is it like this? It is not like this. They will find the reality. They will know the truth. They will know everything, but it is useless. Now, you become Muslim. So the first thing you learn is what? Is who is Allah. This is the first thing. Now, when you know who is Allah, then, okay, so I must have the relation with Allah only. Okay, you want to have the relation with Allah? Yes. Come, let me tell you what Allah is asking you to do. What is He forbidding you from doing? Then you will work on it. Then you find that Allah is asking you to donate money to help people. Okay, then I should work hard to become rich. But not because I care about money. No, because I care about donating money to people, because Allah is ordering me to donate money as much as I can. How can I donate money if I am poor? I cannot. So I work hard to be rich. Then Allah says that there is something called zakah. I have to pay zakah, but only for those who are rich. And I want to pay zakah, then I have to work hard to become rich. But at the same time, Allah is saying that this is halal, this is haram, don't do this and do this and so on. So I work hard on making money in halal way, not to become rich by myself. I don't care. But I care that I have extra money, so I'm donating this extra money. And this is one part of enjoining good deeds. Now we will learn how. Another part is the same, money. Allah says, if you are able, if you can afford it, you have to go for Hajj. And the Prophet Muhammad already said that Hajj is something so big. And Allah Ta'ala already said that Hajj is something so big. So I have to do my best to do it. How? I go and lend some money, I go and take some loans, I do some haram things. No, I do my best to become rich, to be able to afford going for Hajj. So then I am making money, I'm working on making money in halal way, not because I love money. No, because I need it, because I love Allah. I need it, I want to obey Allah. Now when this is your aim, Allah will help you to make money. But Allah will never help you to make money if money is in your heart. Because this, not because Allah doesn't like you, no. But because this may make you away from Him. And He doesn't want you to be away from Him. Got it? Now this is regarding money. Now regarding title, the Prophet Muhammad said, Al-Mu'minu al-Qawi khayrun wa ahabbu ila Allah min al-Mu'min al-Da'if. the strong believer is better and Allah loves him more than the weak believer. Strong in what? Not only in body. Strong in money, we already talk about it. Strong in title, in power. How can I get the title? In halal way, how can I get the title? I learn, and I study, and I work hard, and I show people my sincerity and my dignity. Then I'll get the title. Now, again, I am not working on getting the title to give the people my name card. See who am I? No. And I'm not working hard to get the title to let people respect me. And I'm not working hard to get the title to meet some big people and to sit with some big people. No. I'm working hard to get this big title because I know that through this big title, I can help my brothers and sisters to get the things they are asking for. And because I know that through this big title, I can bring or I can show the good reputation of Muslims. I can show the shining face of Islam when I have the title. Imagine, for example, it's only an example. Imagine if the president of Taiwan is really a good Muslim. Not same as those fake Muslims we see. He's really a good Muslim. What do I mean by really a good Muslim? He's a Muslim who comes to the masjid whenever he can come. Of course, he can come 5 times a day if he wants, because he's the president. Who will ask him, where are you going? So, if he was really a good Muslim, for example, and he comes to the masjid 5 times a day, and you see him the first one in Friday, sitting the first line, and you see him coming alone and going alone without bodyguards and without assistance, and you see him also park his car outside, same as all of us, we park our car outside, and I don't know why, but anyway, and you see all of these, you see him just coming alone and going alone and shaking hands with everybody, and he is the president of Taiwan. Now, does this bring a good reputation to Muslims or not? It does. It does. But today, unfortunately, we are trying to ask those Muslims not to say that they are Muslims. Why? Because when they say that they are Muslims, they are showing the bad reputation of Islam. Yes, I am a Muslim, but I drink alcohol, and I commit adultery, and I cheat people, and I lie, and I am dirty, and I am bad, and maybe I am even gangster, but I am still Muslim. I still come here every Friday. Please don't come. You are ruining the reputation of Muslims. So, all of this is enjoining good deeds and forbidding bad deeds. So, when we understand this, I will work hard to be high educated. Imagine, for example, if those very unique and very special and very, like those genius people who are invading a lot of things, who are, exploring a lot of things. Imagine when you hear that they are all Muslims. So this is bringing a good reputation to Islam or not? It does. It does. When you find that the most rich people, they are Muslims. The highest educated people, they are Muslims. And the most powerful people, they are Muslims. But real Muslims. Today, the most rich people in the world, they are Muslims. But where is their money? Where is their money? It is paid, most of them, not all of them, most of them, their money is paid to the enemy of Islam, of Muslims, to attack Islam. And we said this many times. You go and check, you go online and check, you check the internet, you check the news, you will find that the biggest amount of money that are in all the banks of US and here and there are the money of Muslims. They don't want to invest in their countries. They don't want to put their money in their countries. For example, just an information for you. The biggest, what we call it, the biggest hotel, casino, the biggest casino for gambling in Las Vegas is owned by one Muslim. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. No, this is another thing. No, it is another one. It's owned by one Muslim. Then you find that the channels on TV, those channels that they are all about naked females who are dancing everywhere and singing and so on, the owners are Muslims. Those Hollywood, those movies and so on, most of them, they are produced by Muslims. And then you check, you will find that the biggest companies in the non-Muslim countries owned by either Jewish or Muslims. And then those people go to their countries, you find that thousands of people in their countries, they cannot find job. Then, is this ruining the reputation of Muslims or showing the shining face of Muslims? This is ruining the reputation of Muslims. Then they will be asked double, and maybe they will be punished double when it is like this. Why? Because people, they see you like this, then they say, so what? I can do the same. And so on. Now, the disaster is when? Those people, they are making this haram money, and then they take this haram money, they donate from this haram money to build masjids. What does this mean? This means that they are making fun of Allah. That, okay, you want us to build some houses for you? Here are some haram money to build some houses of you. Do they deserve to be punished by Allah or not? They do. Today, if I want to talk about enjoining good deeds and forbidding bad deeds, first, I need to understand Islam. And I need to learn Islam. And then I need to work in enjoining good deeds and forbidding bad deeds. I need to work according to Quran and Hadith. Otherwise, I am hurting Islam. I am not really supporting Islam. So, we go step by step with enjoining good deeds and forbidding bad deeds. I'll take one point before praying, and then inshallah after praying, we keep going with others. The first point is what? The first point is my character. My character should enjoin good deeds and forbid bad deeds. How? Me as a Muslim, do I have a strong character, or I am what we say zero on the left? The zero on the left equal to what? Zero on the left equal to what? Equal to zero. It is zero only. Even if I put 100,000 zero on the left, they are still useless. If I put 1, and then I put 0, 0, 0, 0 on the left, what does it mean? Still zero. So, am I a zero on the left, or am I someone who is achieving something for Islam? My character, am I someone that the wind takes me here and there? Am I someone that the waves take me here and there? Okay, let us go, go. Let us sit, sit. Let us sleep, sleep. Let us walk, walk. If I am someone like this, then this means that I don't really understand. Although the Prophet Muhammad said, Al-Muslimu hayyinun layyin, sahlun idha ba', samhun idha ba', samhun idha ishtara. This is what the Prophet Muhammad said. Muslim is easygoing. If I want to translate it in our language today, the Muslim is easygoing. Sahlun idha ba', laynun idha ba', laynun idha ishtara. Samhun idha ba', samhun idha ishtara means when you go to buy something, you don't really bargain a lot. And you don't really just, no, why is it bad? Why is it like this? No, it's okay. Just take it easy. Of course, you are not idiots. We are not idiots. But don't be so stingy and then, no, why like this? Why like that? Just normal. This is samhun idha ishtara. Samhun idha ba'. When you are selling, then how much is it? $10. I only have $9. I said $10. Okay, take now 9 and I will bring you 10 later. $10. No, you should be easygoing. Just, okay, no problem, just take it. And no need to bring the $1. If you are really making some profit, it's enough. If you really don't make profit, only this, then okay, please, just give me the $1 later. This is samhun idha ba', samhun idha ishtara. Now, this is one part. So I am not easygoing in a way that people, they cheat me. And I am not stubborn and very aggressive. No, just be nice when you are talking to people. Where is the problem that when you talk to people you smile? Where is the problem? What will you lose? We always say that showing your teeth, the teeth, they are not awra, they are not exposed. It's okay to show your teeth, no problem. Some people, they think that teeth, they are awra. No, they are not ready. They are not ready to smile at all. Why? Where is the problem? The Prophet Muhammad SAW, if one day we have the time to talk about the Prophet Muhammad SAW in general, his look and so on, you will find that one of the very clear and obvious things for the Prophet Muhammad SAW is that kana basaman. He was always smiling. Where is the problem to smile? It is not to laugh all the time like retarded people, but also it is not to be hard. Just smile. Where is the problem? This is one thing. And another thing, take it easy. Take it easy. We said today on the minbar, when Umar bin Abdul Aziz, when he was walking in the masjid, when he stepped on the feet of someone, that one he looked at him, he said, "Are you blind?" Of course, it was so easy for Umar bin Abdul Aziz just to look at one of his bodyguards and say, "Handle it." It was easy for him. What did he say? He looked at that person and he smiled. He said, "No, I'm not blind." Done. Then they look at him, the bodyguards and so on. They said, "Ya Amir al-Mu'mineen, just give us an order." What did he say? He said, "He asked me a question and I replied him. He asked me, 'Are you blind?' And I said, 'No.' That's all. Done. Done." The same, this person, Umar bin Abdul Aziz, once they were arranging the army. I think that I told you this story. They were arranging, the army to stand and so on. Umar bin Abdul Aziz, he was talking to some soldiers. There were two soldiers at the back. They were fighting for some reason. So one of them, he took his slipper and he threw it on the face of that one. So that one, he just put his head down. So it reached where? It reached to the face of Umar bin Abdul Aziz. What did he do? He ignored it as if nothing happened. He just kept talking. He didn't look. He even didn't look who did it. We need to learn those things. Today, all of us, we have our own weapons and waiting for each other. Even if others, they don't do anything, we think that they do something, we attack them. Where is enjoining good deeds? Where is forbidding bad deeds? So the first part is the character. We will keep talking about it, inshallah, after praying. Jazakumullahu khairan. Ya Rab. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Okay, we keep going. So, we said that enjoining good deeds and forbidding bad deeds it has parts. So we said that one of the parts is the character itself. Do we need translation or we keep going without translation? Okay? Okay. So, we said that first is in the character. So when my character is showing the good part or is showing the shining face of Islam, then I am enjoining good deeds, forbidding bad deeds. How? We said this before. It is not only the look. It is not only that I look ugly, I look dirty, or I look clean. This is one. But there are other things. When I deal with people, I deal with people in which way? Do I deal with people in a nice way or in a bad way? Am I rude when I talk to people? Am I stingy when I'm dealing with people in money? Am I selfish when I'm dealing with people? Am I, let us say, narrow-minded when I'm talking to people? See, all of these is doing the opposite. All of this is showing others who are not Muslims, showing them that Muslims are not good, that Muslims are bad. Today, this is one of our problems. Today, if we have a chance to talk to non-Muslims without telling them that we are Muslims, we will hear this. Or if we have a chance to talk to non-Muslims and let them feel relaxed to talk to us, frankly, we will hear this. We will hear this. And actually, even we, by ourselves, we can see it. We can see it. It is easy. Go to the church there. Go to the temple. Talk to non-Muslims. See how they deal with each other. See how they respect each other. And see how they respect others. Even if it is not true. Even if it is not real. Even if it is only the surface from outside. No problem. But today, unfortunately for us, we are showing everybody so clear, yeah, we hate each other. Yeah, we don't cooperate. Yes, we are against each other, right or wrong. Right or wrong. Today what we need to do is, if I cannot change the whole world, if I cannot change the whole country, at least I change myself. And then at least I try to talk to my close brothers and sisters. If we don't start it, then who will start it? If we don't start it today, then nobody will start it. Then we will find another generation and another generation and so on, and things just keep going as it is. You know, all of you know better than I in this place, because I am new here in this place. All of you know, since 10 years and 20 years and 30 years, there were problems in the masjid or not, between Muslims or not. There were problems. There were problems. There were problems. And how they used to be solved? Inside the masjid, in a good way or in a bad way? See, in a bad way. Why? Why? Because I am narrow-minded. I don't want to listen. Because I'm looking at the thing personally. I'm looking at the person who is talking to me. Why to look at the person who is talking to you? Why? He is younger than I. Why to listen to him? Because he has knowledge better than you. And then, who told you he has knowledge better than I? This is our problem. Our problem is that, suppose in Islam, enjoining good deeds and forbidding bad deeds, it should be like this. Who is talking according to Quran and Hadith? This young boy is talking according to Quran and Hadith. I listen to him. It should be like this. Remember we said before, when Harun al-Rashid was a king, was the king of Muslims, in the biggest kingdom in the world at that time, when he was sitting in his palace, which was open, of course, to everybody. He was sitting normally between Maghrib and Isha. He used to sit and just, talk to people and so on. So he looked around those people, among those people, there was a kid sitting there. So Harun al-Rashid, what did he say? He said, this is the end of the world. This is what Harun al-Rashid said. He said, this is the end of the world. In the private gathering of the king, there are kids. So what did that kid do? He stand up and he looked at Harun al-Rashid. He said, Ya Amir al-Mu'mineen, means you are our leader. The one who called you Amir al-Mu'mineen is making a mistake. You are our servant. And you are sitting here to listen to us. If you don't have us, you may go to hell, because no one will correct you. I know Quran same as you know, and I know Hadith same as you know. When I talk to you, I talk to you according to what Allah says, according to what Muhammad said. And when you reply me, you should reply me the same. Both of us are at the same level. The difference is that your responsibility is much, much, much bigger than my responsibility as a kid. What did Harun al-Rashid do? Did he ask people to kick him out? What did he say? He said, you shouldn't sit there. Come and sit next to me. Why? Because he's teaching him. Because he's teaching him. When one time there was one person who was like 14 years old, he was sitting. There were a lot of people sitting and listening to him when he was talking about Islam. Then another Imam passed by. Then he said, since when kids they teach Islam? He looked at him. He said, hey boy, how old are you? What did he reply him? He said, I am the same age as Usama ibn Zayd, when he was the leader of the army that the Prophet Muhammad assigned him to be the leader. This is how he replied him, what that Imam did. He just said, Barakallahu fi, means may Allah bless you. But he left. So this is the point. This is how I enjoy good deeds and forbid bad deeds. But then, when I am 200 years old and I still don't know how to pray, and I say that I am a Muslim, what kind of Muslim are you? When, again and again, I'm just saying it is, I don't know who are those people, but just in general. Today we had Janaza. Sister Amina, do you know her? Is there anyone who know anything about her? No, me too. Anyway, she is an old lady. Suppose that she was not living here. Now this is the point. The point is that who were with her? Her family. Did you see them before? I'm not talking about her personally. I'm just saying in general. Did you see any of her relatives before? No. Actually, some of them are kids, and most of them are grandkids. They came here. They live nearby. And we never saw them before. This is the first time we see them. The second time we see them when another member of the family pass away. Maybe the third we see them when they are dead. Then why you say that you are a Muslim? For what? Where is enjoining good deeds and forbidding bad deeds? In Islam, we said enjoining good deeds and forbidding bad deeds. We said that this is one of the pillars of Islam. One out of those 7 or 9 pillars after those basic pillars. So this is actually building Islam. So this is enjoining good deeds, forbidding bad deeds. One thing that we need to understand how to enjoy good deeds and forbid bad deeds is how to deal, we said this before, how to deal with backbiting, gossiping, how to deal with those things. This is enjoining good deeds and forbidding bad deeds. When I am stopping this backbiting and gossiping, I am enjoining good deeds and forbidding bad deeds. How? How to do this? We said this before, but it is good to remember again. When someone comes to me to tell me something bad about someone, how do I deal with it? How do I deal with it? When one person went to Imam Shafi'i, he said, "Ya Imam, that person is gossiping you. That person is saying bad words about you." What did Imam Shafi'i say? He said, if you are telling the truth, you are backbiting him. And if you are lying, you are gossiping him. Both, you get the sin. And then there is another thing. When I go to Brother Sultan and I tell him, Brother Zaki is saying bad words about you, what will this do to Brother Sultan? What will this help? He will only hate Zaki, that's all. So what kind of help is it? When I tell him this, and then I show him, look, actually, I'm telling you this because I care about you. What kind of care is it? What kind of care is it? Okay, when there is money, when there is business between Zaki and Sultan, and I know that Zaki is not really honest or whatever, this is something else. But anyway, Zaki, you know him, the one who always says Salam Alaikum, the one who always show you that he is nice to you, he is backbiting you. So what? If I tell Sultan this, what will this do? Nothing. No need to tell him. Keep things as it is. Whenever Sultan sees Zaki, then he says Salam Alaikum and he smiles. He's getting the rewarding. And then when I tell him Zaki is backbiting you, then he will not smile in his face anymore. He will not say Salam Alaikum. So I let him lose some benefits. Remember, we were talking about lying. Lying is not allowed in Islam, except in some places. Remember, one of the places that lying is allowed in Islam is in this situation, in solving the problems between people. When I know that there is a problem between Zaki and Sultan, and both of them, they hate each other, both of them, they don't like to talk to each other, but both of them are good Muslims, and I know this. Then I go to Sultan, and then I just ask him, by the way, what is the problem between you and Zaki? Why don't you talk to him? Always when I see Zaki, he always say nice words about you. This is lying, but this is accepted in Islam. And then I go to Zaki and say the same. Although this is not true, this is enjoining good deeds and forbidding bad deeds. We said another enjoining good deeds and forbidding bad deeds is we said another allowed lying is in war. And the third one we said it is between husband and wife, but not between husband and wife, that the wife should just go out every day here and there, and then she doesn't tell her husband, and then when he comes, then he asks her, so were you at home all the day? Yeah, I was at home. No, this is lying, not this is what we're talking about. Or he is just, doing things outside or whatever, then he said, yeah, I was at work. Actually, he was somewhere else or whatever. No, it is not like this. It is when she's doing some bad things, but he wants to encourage his wife. Then, like for example, give you an example. For example, his wife, she doesn't really like to read Quran. She she doesn't really like to pray extra. She just, pray only fard, and that's all. Then, he can tell her that, I think that these days you are making more dua and making more recitation. You recite more Quran and so on. MashaAllah, since you start this, I find that you look, nicer. And, your memory became better and so on. Of course, he's lying. This is not true. He is suffering from her memory and so on. But it's okay to say this. No problem. And for her also, it's okay to, like, for example, there is a husband. He is so rude. He doesn't know how to talk. He is so rude. Always when he sits, he complains. He always making troubles. He always complains. What is this? Why this is here? Why this is that? It's not his business. But anyway, then, and for her, the hardest time for her is when her husband comes back home. For example, it is okay for her to say, when she sits and talk to him, your way of talking is so nice. I feel so happy when I sit and talk to you. It's okay to lie and say this, because this will make him think of changing step by step. That, it seems that really I was not really taking care of her. She's nice and so on. So this is enjoining good deeds, forbidding bad deeds. But at the same time, one of the things that is related to enjoining good deeds and forbidding bad deeds is what? Now listen to this. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, لَتَأْمُرُنَّ بِالْمَعْرُوفِ وَلَتَنْهَوُنَّ عَنِ الْمُنْكَرِ. Means, you must, this is command verb, you must enjoin good deeds. You must forbid bad deeds. Otherwise, أو means or, means otherwise. This is the hadith. أو لَيُسَلِّطَنَّ اللَّهُ شِرَارَكُمْ عَلَى خِيَارِكُمْ. Or, Allah will give the authority to the bad people to control you. Imagine if bad people are controlling you, what will happen? Imagine the suffering you will have if bad people are controlling you. أَوْ لَيُسَلِّطَنَّ اللَّهُ شِرَارَكُمْ عَلَى خِيَارِكُمْ. Only this? No. ثُمَّ means, and then, يَدْعُوا صَالِحُوكُمْ. The good people among you, they raise their hands and they say, Oh Allah, Ya Allah, take this bad person. Destroy this bad person. ثُمَّ يَدْعُوا صَالِحُوكُمْ فَلَا يُسْتَجَابُ لَهُمْ. Allah doesn't listen to them. Why all of these? Why? Because from the beginning, I know this person is doing bad thing. And I say, it's not my business. Later it will become your business. Wait. See, later means, in this hadith, he will be controlling you. Then, if someone, we say the one who doesn't fear Allah, you have to fear him. If someone who doesn't fear Allah, you have to fear him. Why? Because he has no any reason to stop hurting you. He is not afraid of Allah. Then why to stop hurting you? For what? For what reason? No reason. So then when you see someone who is from the beginning, when he was still small, when he was still little, or when they were still few or little, when they start to, when they are hurting you, or when they are hurting Islam, then all Muslims, they should cooperate together to stop it. Why? Because later it will become their problem. Now the Prophet Muhammad said, all of us, we know this hadith, مَنْ رَأَى مِنْكُمْ مُنْكَرًا فَلْيُغَيِّرْهُ بِيَدِهِ. The one who see munkar. Munkar means bad thing. The one who see bad thing, فَلْيُغَيِّرْهُ. This is also a command verb. فَلْيُغَيِّرْهُ بِيَدِهِ. Use his hand to change it. What is the meaning of his hand? It means action. It means action. Now I know by action, I know that Sultan is hurting Zeki. And I know that he is hurting him. And I know that he doesn't have the right to do it. Then the first part, the first part I go to him, then I say, hey, if you keep on doing this, I will attack you. For example. And he knows that I really can attack him. He will stop. This is the first part. This is فَلْيُغَيِّرْهُ بِيَدِهِ. فَإِنْ لَمْ يَسْتَطِعْ. If he cannot. Like for example, I cannot go to Sultan and tell him this. He is big and strong and so on, and he doesn't really care. So I go and talk to him, brother, according to Quran and Hadith, you shouldn't do this. He is our brother also and so on. This is Babilisan. Okay, فَإِنْ لَمْ يَسْتَطِعْ, if cannot. Like I know that he will not care and I know that he will attack me. That I know, so I just assume. No, I am sure because I did before and so on. Then فَبِلِسَانِ فَبِقَلْبِهِ. بِقَلْبِهِ means his heart. وَذَلِكَ أَضْعَفُ الْإِيمَانِ. This is the lowest level of belief. But even in heart, we said this before, even in heart, it is not that only in my heart, then I say, oh Allah, destroy him, oh Allah. No, I have to show him that, for example, when he come and say, Salam alaikum, for example, I reply in my heart. No need to let him hear it. Or when he smiles, then I don't smile. Or when he asks me something, I reply in a very rude way, or even don't reply. When I do this, and Ibrahim does this, and others do this, he will start to think, why people are treating me like this? Then maybe he will say, oh, okay, maybe because of this or that. Or maybe he will ask, or. At least I did what I have to do. But when I know that he is bad, and I know that he is hurting others, and I know all of this, then I'm still supporting him. Then I'm still not telling him. See, we said this before. Unsur akhaka zaliman aw madluman. This is hadith. Unsur akhaka brings victory to your brother. Zaliman aw madluman. Zalim means bad, means he is hurting others. Aw madluman means he is hurt by others. How do I bring victory? How do I support my brother even if he is bad? How? We said this before. When my brother is hurt by someone, I have to support him and try to bring victory for him. When my brother is hurting others, I also have to support him and bring victory to him. How? By talking to him and telling him, brother, this is haram. You shouldn't do this. Allah will punish you. You will pay for it. Better you go and solve the problem with that person. Better you pay back to him. Better, and so on. This is the meaning of supporting. Today, we don't understand this. Today, either we say it's not our business, or we support the biggest. Who is bigger, we support. Who has power, we support. Who has money, we support. Who has title, we support. No. Who is working according to Quran and Hadith, we support. It should be like this. It should be like this. Now, here there is another thing. I think that many of you may think, what can I do? Anyway, as we said before, I'm a small potato. What can I do? I cannot do anything. Who told you you cannot do anything? Now, when you say I cannot do anything, and I say I cannot do anything, and you say I cannot do anything, and he says I cannot do anything, then who can do something? And do you think that when you do something, you do it by yourself? Do you think that when you are doing something, you are doing it because you are able to do it? No. See, for example, one of the dua or one of the things that we need to thank Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala always is what? Is that we need to thank Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala when I am worshipping Him, when I have the ability to worship Allah. Come and sit here, brother. Come and sit here. When I am worshipping Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala, I am praying, I am reading Quran, I am donating, I am helping others and so on. One of the things that I should say is that I should thank Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala for giving me the ability to do this. I should thank Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala for choosing me as someone who is worshipping Him. You think that you worship Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala because you are good? For our non-Muslim, for our non-originally Muslim brothers and sisters, you think that you became Muslims by yourself because you are smart, because you are clever, because no. Now for us, for those who were born Muslims, So, did we get Islam by ourselves? No. So, it is because Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala is giving us this chance and He's giving us this benefit, let us say. Now, of course, everybody, they have this chance. Some they accept, some they don't accept. Those who accept, because they get the guidance by Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala to accept. So, when you see something wrong, don't say, I am a small potato. Don't say, I am only one, I cannot do anything, so no need to do. No. Just say, I am doing it for the sake of Allah. So who is with me then? Allah. When I'm doing it for the sake of Allah, then who is with me? Ibrahim alayhi salam, when he started to talk about Islam, he was alone. But who was with him? Allah. Did he win at the end or not? He did. Ibrahim alayhi salam. Since when Ibrahim alayhi salam passed away? Thousands and thousands of years. Right? Until today, we say, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad, kama sallayta ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim. In each praying, we mention the name of Ibrahim. In Quran, there is a chapter called Ibrahim, number 14. So, why? Why? Because he didn't say, oh Allah, I am alone, I'm only one, and I cannot do it. He didn't say this. When Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala ordered him to do something, he did it right away. He did it right, without thinking. Without thinking. Is it okay to do it, not okay to do it? What is the benefit I will get? What will I get? What will I lose? When Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala ordered Ibrahim alayhi salam to slaughter his son, his only son, Ismail, and he got it after he became over 100 years old. Did he discuss with Allah? Did he say, is it possible to delay it? Is it possible to give me another kid first, then I do this? Is it possible to ask me to do something else? This is hard, oh Allah, this is difficult. Did he say any of this? No, right away, let us do it. Another thing, when Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala ordered him to go and talk to people, right away go and talk to people. And then when those people, they catch him and they want to throw him in the fire, did he complain? He didn't complain. There is even one story actually about Ibrahim alayhi salam, which is mentioned in hadith. This is just to give you an idea. You know what we call it, this what? When the infant, when the boy is born, then circumcision. When they want to cut one small part of his sexual organ. So this was not during the period of Ibrahim alayhi salam. But Ibrahim alayhi salam, later he grown up, and Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala ordered him to do so. He ordered him to do so. Ibrahim alayhi salam was on the way, on the street, in the desert. He got this order, he was on the desert. This is mentioned in the hadith, what he did. Right away, on the desert, right away, he found one stone, which is sharp a little bit. He took out his organ, and he used the stone to cut that part. So he cut another part of his sexual organ. Of course, it is so painful, and he was almost faint and so on. Or faint maybe, and later he wake up. Then Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala asked him, why didn't you wait until you find the knife and you do it? What did he say? He said, oh Allah, I will never delay your order. Of course, Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala, he knew that Ibrahim is going to do this. He said, I will never delay your order. See, now because of this, Ibrahim alayhi salam is the father of prophets. Because of this understanding of obedience. See, today, is there any religion hate Ibrahim? No. All of them, Jewish, they say Ibrahim belonged to us. Christians, they say Ibrahim belonged to us. Muslims, they say Ibrahim belonged to us. I think even some other religion, other religion that they are not holy religion, they still say something good about Ibrahim. Why? What did Ibrahim do? He had a total obedience when Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala is ordering. This is enjoining good deeds and forbidding bad deeds. This is enjoining good deeds and forbidding bad deeds. Today, all orders we never discuss. When the order is from Allah, mashallah, all of us we want to discuss. When the order is from Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala, all of us we are mufti. All of us we are imams. All of us we know Islam. We said this many times. A mother who is a medicine doctor and a father who is a medicine doctor, they have a kid. Is it necessary that this kid is a doctor? Not necessary. If we say that, see this kid, he is a medicine doctor. Oh really? Why? Because his mother and father, they are medicine doctors. Who will accept this? Nobody. Then he has to study and he has to learn and he has to practice. He may become a doctor. Now, why? When someone, his mother is Muslim, his father is Muslim, we say, he is a good Muslim. Who told you he is a good Muslim? Who told you even he is a Muslim? He is a Muslim only by ID, that's all. That's all. But, did he learn Islam? Is he practicing Islam? Is he worshipping? Is he trying to understand more about Islam? This is the thing that we need to learn. And also, another thing, today, anyone who wants to become Muslim, he is welcome. Yes, anyone who wants to become Muslim, he is welcome. But it is not only like this. It is not only like this. Islam is not only a word you say. There are a lot of people, they think that, anyway, just let him say, La ilaha illallah, at least he will not go to hell forever. Who told you this? Who told you this? Maybe at least he will not go for hell to ever. He will not go to hell forever. But maybe because you let him say it, and you let him go, and you don't follow up with him, you may follow him. Not forever also. So, this is enjoining good deeds, forbidding bad deeds. Now, when I see someone who is not Muslim coming here and trying to know something about Islam, then how am I introducing Islam to him? This is enjoining good deeds, forbidding bad deeds. How am I introducing Islam to him? Am I talking to him in a nice way or in a bad way? Am I talking to him in a way that, actually you are going to hell, but I'm trying to help you not to go to hell? See, we are laughing, but actually this is the reality. This is the reality. Most of us, out of the masjid, we are nobody. And in the masjid, we are everybody. So in the masjid, I give orders. You don't sit like this, you don't stand like this, you don't do this, you don't wear this, you don't wear that. But out of the masjid, what are you offering? What are you doing for Islam out of the masjid? How are you dealing with people out of the masjid? Are you showing people that Islam is nice, Islam is good, Islam is the solution for all of your problems? Are you showing this? If yes, then people, they can see that you have hundreds of problems. Then how can you give me a medicine while you are sick and you cannot find the medicine for yourself? How can you feed me while you are hungry and you don't have food? How can you help me to make money while you are poor? Those are the things that we need to understand. This is the problem of our teachers. This is the problem of our teachers. Our teachers, let us say teachers, I mean imams, scholars, whatever, they are teaching you how to be nice to people, and they are rude to people. How will they teach you? How will they teach you? They are teaching you how to practice Islam in a perfect way. Well, they are not. They are teaching you how to be devoted to Islam, or they are not. Now, this is one problem. Another problem is you yourself. How much do I feel that I am devoted to Islam? If we put from 1 to 10, if we put from 1 to 10 things that they are important, let us think, my religion is in which part? Is it 1 or 2 or 9 or 10? Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala in my daily life, where is He? Is He 1 or 2 or 9 or 10? This is enjoining good deeds, forbidding bad deeds. There is something we need to understand. Those who are enjoining good deeds and forbidding bad deeds, they are getting the support from whom? From Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala. If you are getting the support from Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala, who will defeat you? Will you be a loser? No. You will win, and you will win everything. We are not saying dreams. This is reality. We go back to the history of the companions of the Prophet Muhammad Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Did they become the leaders of the world or not? They did. How? Only because of their iman, only because of their belief. Because of their belief, they understood what is the meaning of enjoining good deeds, forbidding bad deeds. They were first teaching themselves. Second, teaching others. Third, they were against their desire. Then they together were cooperating between each other to help the one who has a problem with his desire. It was like this. Now, when the society is like this, but in a way that when I advise someone, I advise him between me and him, not in front of everybody. And when I am getting the advice, I take it easy. Don't look at the person who is advising me. Look at the advice itself. Of course, with levels. What do I mean by with levels? Is that when someone from outside who knows nothing about Islam come and advise me and telling me that my way of praying is wrong, then this is something else. But anyone has the right to give an advice to anyone in general as a human being. Give you an example. I'm not a doctor, and I don't really know about medicines. Now, when there is a doctor, a medicine doctor, then I say, actually, this doctor is not good. Now, here there is something. Me, myself, I went to that doctor, and I found that his way of talking to me is not nice. I found that he is rude, and I found that he is impatient, and I found that he just wants to finish it. I have the right to say that actually he is not good, not as a doctor, as a person. But then when I say that, this medicine he gave it to me is not really suitable for me. Oh, so are you a doctor? No, I'm not a doctor. Then you don't have the right to talk about it. See, today, this is one of the enjoining good deeds and bad deeds. The Prophet Muhammad said, he said, Allah mercy the person who knows his limit and he never pass over it. What is the meaning of knowing his limit? You know your limit in this knowledge. Don't pass over. You know that your understanding of Islam is in this limit. And this is very important actually because most of us, we are far away from this limit in Islam. In everything we are okay. In everything we are okay. In fixing our car, we will never involve ourselves. In fixing our bodies, we will never involve ourselves. In fixing anything at home, we will never involve ourselves. Only in Islam, all of us will involve ourselves. Why? I'll tell you why. Because we take it in a way that I am a Muslim. So I have the right to talk about Islam. Yes, you have the right to talk about Islam. But there is something you don't understand it. You have the right to talk about Islam. But you don't have the right to discuss Islam with someone who is more expert than you. You have the right to learn. This is one of the things that when you are asking a question, you need to learn that I am asking the question as a student, not as an investigator, or not as an argument. Today, most of us, when we are talking about, give you an example, with all my respect to everybody. A few weeks ago, one person, I don't know if you know him or not, I don't think that you know him. One person, he came to my office and he gave me a piece of paper that has two sides, very big, long. It is all in Chinese, of course. And it has two sides, talking about a lot of things. Now, then I asked, anyway, Brother Omar, he knows this paper very well because it is spread everywhere. That person, he came to me personally and he gave me this paper and he asked me to ask someone to translate it to me. He said, because this is important for you to know. Do you know what is this paper? This paper is talking about wearing the hat in praying. So this paper is showing a lot of details which are nonsense, not related to Islam at all, just to show you that if you pray without wearing the hat, you will go to hell. Now, with all my respect to this person, first of all, from where did you collect all of this? For sure, the main source should be in Arabic. The Prophet Muhammad was not speaking Chinese. And his companions, they were not speaking Chinese. So originally, all the details came from the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, from Quran, from his companions. All of these Arabic. Now, do you have any proofs about all of these? No. This is one. Second, we don't really see you in the masjid. We don't really see you coming and praying and learning and reading Quran and so on. We only see you once a week. Third, you are giving this paper to people who are supposed to be much expert than you in Islam. This is over the limit. This is what the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said. Don't, that Allah with mercy, the one who knows his limit and doesn't go over. This is our problem. Of course, I'm not saying that then you shouldn't go and talk and so on. No, but there is a limit. When you are asking, for example, sometimes someone comes, sometimes some people, they come with some book or notebook, small books or whatever, they ask, is this okay or not? Does it have something this or that or whatever? This is normal. But then when they come and say, Imam, please read this is good for you. I know what is good for me. With all my respect to everybody, I know what is good for me because before you were born, I was learning Islam. If we want to take it in this way. And you find some people, for example, all of their life they were drinking alcohol and they were committing adultery, they were gambling, and they were doing haram things, and then 1 year ago they became Muslims. Then they want to teach you Islam. Not they became Muslim. They went back to Islam because they were born Muslims actually. Then they want to teach you Islam. It is not like this. It is not like this. You need to respect yourself. You need to respect this religion. For example, in the Middle East today, we see this a lot, especially in Egypt. You find yesterday there was an actress. She is an actress. Of course, she was born Muslim. Of course, she's from a Muslim family. Yesterday, she was acting a movie naked, sleeping with people. And today, she decided to wear hijab. Alhamdulillah, this is good. But then tomorrow, she starts to teach Islam on TV. Why is it like this? Of course, I'm not joking. There are a lot like this. Or a man, for example, saying, yesterday he was making all of those movies here and there, and those that you really feel ashamed to see it. And then today, they say that this actor, that Allah give him the guidance, and now, he left acting, he left everything, and now he is practicing Islam. Alhamdulillah, this is good. May Allah support him. But then you find tomorrow there is a TV program, then this TV program is saying Islam and life. Okay, and who is the host, and who is the announcer, and who is the sheikh and imam? That actor. When did he learn Islam? What is he going to talk to me about? This is one of our problems. There is another problem we have. Someone, yesterday he was a father in the church. He was a very famous father in the church. Today, he became Muslim. Alhamdulillah. We say, Allahu Akbar, Alhamdulillah. He understood what is the reality of Islam. Tomorrow he teach Islam. You are teaching what? Okay, tomorrow you want to tell us the things that you used to teach and how wrong is it according to Islam, you are welcome. But then you find that tomorrow he is teaching you Islam. He is teaching you fiqh, and he is teaching you hadith, and he is teaching you all of those things that we need years and years to study to learn. Why? This is because we disrespect Islam. This is, today, when you go to study to become a doctor, okay, you finish the high school, then you join the university, 4, 5, 6 years. Still, will people consider you a good doctor? No, they'll just say, okay, anyway, he's a doctor. He graduated yesterday. Hey, he's a good doctor. He's not a good, he is only a doctor. Okay. Then you have to try to join any hospital. Right? For 2, 3 years, and then still, when you open a clinic, will people just rush to you? No, they will check how many surgeries you did, how many successful cases you took, how many. Then they will decide that will they go to you just to ask you about their coughing or not. right or wrong, then why the easiest thing in our life is to be sheikh? Why the easiest thing in our life is to be imam? Why? Of course, I'm not saying this for me. I'm just saying this to you because you need to understand this. Why the lowest level in our society as Muslim is the imam? Why today imam has to beg people or has to, let us say, to please people to listen to him? Why? Of course, the most important reason is the imam himself. Because when the imam himself, he doesn't really respect himself. Because when the imam himself, he is not really sure of his knowledge. Because when the imam himself, his character is weak character and doesn't really understand what Islam is. And this is the way that people will treat him. But I'm talking to you. You need to understand that one of the enjoining good deeds and forbidding bad deeds is to know how to respect your religious people, is to know how to respect your leaders, is to know how to respect your teachers. Respect is not by talking to them nicely only. Respect is not by offering them some food. Respect is not by giving them money. No, respect is by respecting and appreciating the knowledge you're getting from them. This is the thing. How to appreciate it? The first way of appreciating is what? Is the action, is the practice. Imagine, for example, the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, he was sitting with Abu Bakr and Umar and Uthman and Ali, and he is telling them Quran, and he is telling them, you should do this, you should do that. Then all of them, they say, oh Prophet, Jazakallahu khairan. May Allah reward you. Wallahi, you are the best. You know, all what you say is very correct and very good and very nice. And then all of them, they leave and go to the bar and they start to drink and then they start to gamble and so on. Is this respect? This is not respect. You find someone, for example, talking to the imam and then he say, oh imam, I really want to stop smoking, but I don't know how to stop it. It is difficult. He's talking to the imam and the cigarette is in his hand. So how can I stop it? Then we say, you stop it. You have first to stop. Okay, you make dua for me. You leave the cigarette and you make dua for yourself, and all of us will make dua for you. But then, when you find that he thinks that everything with Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala is kun fayakun. It is kun fayakun. Everything is kun. So it will happen. But there are tools you need to use. There are things you need to work on. And then it is kun fayakun. Those people, they think that, no, actually, if Allah wants me to quit, I will quit. No. You have to work on it and say, oh Allah, help me to quit. You will quit. It is in everything. In everything. But then, this is one of the enjoining good deeds and forbidding bad deeds. When, for example, someone passed by the masjid, someone who is not Muslim, passed by the masjid, he sees some brothers sitting outside and smoking. Those brothers are Muslims. They are Muslims. Some of them, they are even here in the masjid all the time. Then they are sitting outside and smoking. Is this enjoining good deeds? Is this forbidding bad deeds? Or this is enjoining bad deeds and forbidding good deeds? Maybe someone passed by, he is thinking of getting inside to see how Muslims live. Then he finds some brother sitting outside, smoking, looking at the legs and thigh of the girls going and coming. Okay, so I got the message already. No need to get in to check. Even if they are not looking. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ once, he saw the men in Medina sitting on the street. Right away he went up to the minbar and then he said, don't sit on the streets. So then they said, Ya Rasulullah, we need to sit on the street. Why they need to sit on the street that time? See, people, they take hadith the way they like. Why they said we need to sit on the street? Why? Because they didn't have offices, they didn't have mobiles, they didn't have internet, they didn't have air conditions, they didn't have all of these. They used to sell and buy on the street. They used to deal with each other on the street. They said, Ya Rasulullah, we need to sit on the street. What did he say? He said, فَأَعْطُ الطَّرِيقَ حَقَّهُ. He said, this street has rights from you. You have to make sure that you are doing well. So they asked, وَمَا حَقُّ الطَّرِيقِ? So what should we do? Then he said, you should sit well. You should lower your gaze. And you should say salam to each other. And you shouldn't talk loudly. You shouldn't say bad words. Now, that was that time because they must sit on the street. Today, give me even one reason that you must sit on the street. Is there any reason that you must sit on the street? No. You want to discuss with someone, you have offices, you have coffee shops, you have hundreds of places to sit. They didn't have those things that time. They didn't have this Dante coffee, and they didn't have Starbucks, and they didn't have all of those things. They didn't have any of those things. Today, we have all of those things. And not in front of the masjid. We say, إِذَا بُلِيتُمْ بِالْمَعَاصِي فَاسْتَتِرُوا. If you are doing a sin and you cannot stop it, at least don't do it in front of people. No, today, mashallah, before people, they used to smoke here. Before people, they used to smoke here. And we pray inside while we are playing Allahu Akbar and we smell the smoke. And then we say we are Muslims. And then we say we are Muslims. What kind of Islam is this? So Allah is inside, He's not outside? So outside is not the house of Allah and inside is the house of Allah. What kind of Islam is this? And then we say, inshallah, one day all Taiwan will become Muslims. According to what? According to what? So, enjoining good deeds, forbidding bad deeds. When I say something wrong, when I see something wrong, I should talk. We mentioned before, when I see a kid playing inside, all of us, we should go to that kid and say, hey, you shouldn't play here. And some of us should go to his father and talk to him. And some of us go to his mother and talk to her. This is Islam. This is Islam. But then, when I see, for example, let me ask you a question. And all of us, we know the answer, I suppose. Is the masjid clean or dirty? Just answer, no problem about the recording. It is dirty. It is not clean. Go to the church, you will know why. Go to that church, or go to the temple, or go to your home. You will know why. Whose responsibility is it? Whose responsibility is it? Of course, some will say it is the responsibility of the management. Some will say it is the responsibility of whatever, of this and that. It is our responsibility. It is all of us, it is our responsibility. Of course, if it is the responsibility, if the management, they are not helping you to clean, they're not cleaning, they're not offering you the atmosphere to clean, they will be asked about this on the Day of Judgment. But then, if they don't want to do anything, then also I say, anyway, whatever, they don't want to forget it. No, why? This is the house of Allah. This is the house of Allah. Why? If whenever I remove any dirt, I will get the reward. Why? Because this is the house of Allah. Because this is showing that I respect. Now, this is the point. When I take it personally, I clean the first time, nobody cared. Allah cares. And I clean the second time, nobody cares. Allah cares. And I clean 10 times, nobody cares. Allah cares. And at the same time, Allah is punishing those who are making it dirty after you clean it. So, am I taking it personally? Or am I taking it for the sake of Allah? When I'm working for the sake of Allah. Now, Allah appreciates what I'm doing. And one day He will pay me in this life and in the hereafter. Of course, we human beings, we have limit. But when all of us, we have the same limit, this is a problem. Like for example, today, Brother Sultan is, so fed up of this. Always cleaning, so fed up. Okay, he is fed up. You, Zaki, don't fed up. Now you keep working. Later, he will be energetic again. That time, you will fed up already. He will start working again. When all of us, we give up, who will clean the masjid? When all of us, we give it up, who will take care of it? Who? You are waiting for some people outside to come and clean it? You are waiting for the government to come and clean it? No. It is our responsibility. Now, Does this mean that I just work and leave? No, I work, and also I work on teaching people, please, keep it clean. Please, take care of it. Please, do this, do that. We keep on talking, and sometimes no need to use please when we have to. And sometimes no need to talk nicely when we have to. We said this before. Let me ask you a question. If there is a donkey, I'm not saying anything, I'm just giving you an example. If there is a donkey, or let us say not donkey, let us say cat. Okay, cat is nice. You have cat at home, and you really love this cat so much. You know, this cat is sleeping with you, playing with you. You are taking care of this cat so much. Now, because you love this cat so much, so you bring this cat the most expensive chocolate in the world. Because you love this cat, you really care about this cat, so you brought the most expensive chocolate and you give it this cat. Will this cat appreciate it? Will this cat eat this chocolate? First, this cat will not appreciate it. Second, this cat will not eat it. Now, when you see this cat, you open this chocolate, you give it to her, then this cat doesn't eat it. Then, what will happen? Now, suppose that you bring a very expensive thing, so you will be angry. You will feel that this cat doesn't appreciate what you did. Oh, this cat doesn't really love me while I love her so much. It is not like this. You don't know how to bring the correct thing for this cat. Instead of bringing this cat, this chocolate to this cat, which is maybe $1,000, instead of this, just to bring, one can of whiskers or whatever, it is only $20, for example. It will be more than enough for her. She will be so happy. Only this, yes, only this. You have to understand the mentality of the cat. You have to understand how to do the thing in the correct way. Today, when there is someone, the language he knows is the stick. There are people like this or not? There are people like this. And then you sit and talk to him in a very nice way. Will he understand? He will not understand. This is one of the things that we need to understand. When someone who was never trained to be treated in a nice way, when you treat him in a nice way, you are hurting him and wasting your time. You must have an access to him. You talk to him according to his mentality, and then you try to change his mentality. For us, unfortunately, today, many of us, we think that, anyway, no problem, just keep on talking to this wall. One day this wall will reply you. This wall will never reply you. If you want to change something in the wall, you want to make a hole in the wall, can you make it by talking? No. Can you make it by using this straw? No. You need to bring hammer, and you need to bring screw, and maybe you need the drill. Then you will make the change in this wall. Don't say that, but this is hurting the wall. No. This is the way to deal with the wall. This is also enjoining good deeds and bad deeds. We need wisdom is part of enjoining good deeds and bad deeds. Enjoining good deeds and forbidding bad deeds. Wisdom is one part of it. Talk to people according to their mentality. Use the thing that you have to use in the correct way. We go back to the final part of enjoining good deeds and forbidding bad deeds. It is for worshiping. When I am teaching people how to worship Allah, I have to teach them in the correct way. What do I mean by correct way? Not always I say, anyway, you pray, it's okay. You don't pray, you go to hell. Doesn't work all the time. It is not always like this. You have to try to touch the thing in his heart that when you pray, it is for your success in this life and in the hereafter, emotionally, feelings, heart, and in the life. This is what Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala says. We have to remember this ayah always. Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala says, من عمل صالحا من ذكر أو أنثى وهو مؤمن فلنحيينه حياة طيبة ولنجزينهم بأحسن ما كانوا يعملون. What is this ayah? Man, what is the meaning of man? Who? عمل did. من عمل صالحا صالحا. Whoever do good deed. من ذكر أو أنثى. What is the meaning of ذكر? Male. أنثى, female. من عمل صالحا من ذكر أو أنثى. Whomever do good deeds, male or female. وهو مؤمن. Mu'min means believer. So it means that I have iman, I have belief, and I'm doing good deeds. من عمل صالحا من ذكر أو أنثى. Who is saying this? Allah تبارك وتعالى. This is Quran. فَلَنُحْيِيَنَّهُ. This is a promise from Allah. Allah is saying, the one, whomever, male or female, whomever do good deed with a belief, فَلَنُحْيِيَنَّهُ حَيَاةً طَيِّبًا. For sure, this is a promise from Allah. For sure, he will have good life. Where? Here. فَلَنُحْيِيَنَّهُ حَيَاةً طَيِّبًا. Here. For sure, here will have a good life. That's all? No. وَلَنَجْزِيَنَّهُمْ بِأَحْسَنِ مَا كَانُوا يَعْمَلُونَ. In the hereafter, we will choose the best of his deeds, and we will give him the rewarding according to the best of his deeds. See? So then it is for both here and in the hereafter. All what we need is what? Is belief and good deeds. These good deeds for the sake of who? Allah. These good deeds, are they for the sake of money? No. For the sake of title? No. For the sake of people? No. For the sake of anything here? No. For the sake of Allah. We take this ayah, we put it with another ayah. قُلْ إِنَّ صَلَاتِي وَنُسُكِي وَمَحْيَايَ وَمَمَاتِي لِلَّهِ رَبِّ الْعَالَمِينَ. If you are really doing what the Prophet Muhammad was doing, قُلْ, say, Muhammad, you and others, إِنَّ صَلَاتِي, my praying, وَنُسُكِي, my worshiping, وَمَحْيَايَ, my life, وَمَمَاتِي, my death. For who? Lillah, for Allah, رَبِّ الْعَالَمِينَ, the Lord of everything. And why the end of the ayah, Lillah, رَبِّ الْعَالَمِينَ? Why the end of the ayah is the Lord of everything? Why? To remind ourselves that if I am doing all of this for Allah, it's enough. Why? Because Allah is the Lord of everyone. He is controlling everything. Now, give you an example, وَلِلَّهِ الْمَثَلُ الْأَعْلَى, just to understand. If, we said this before, if Sultan is the owner of one company, and all of us, we are his staff. All of us, we are his staff. In different levels. Or all of you actually. And I am his friend. I know him personally. And I need something from this company. I have application or whatever. I need something from this company. I know all of you. And I know him. I ask who? I ask him. Why? Because at the end, even if I ask any one of you, you should go and get the approval from him. Because he is the owner of the company. And I already know him. So I just go to him directly. وَلِلَّهِ الْمَثَلُ الْأَعْلَى. Today, if you need something, and you know Allah, then you ask who? You ask Allah. But you need to knock the door in the correct way. How? I need money. I'm still asking Allah to give me this money, but I'm knocking the door in the correct way. Which means I'm working. I'm doing my best to make money. But I know that without Allah, I will not make it. I'm doing what I have to do, and I'm asking Allah to give me money. And remember, even if all my ability, the best, the highest level of my ability is to make $1,000, there is no problem to ask for $100 million. Why? Because Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala, He's not giving me according to what I deserve. No, He's giving me according to His generosity. He knows that I am doing my best. And my best is to get 1,000. But what is His best? will say, you take this 100 million, no problem. But then when I don't work even for 1,000 and I'm asking for 10,000, I will not even get to 1,000. I will not even get to 100. So I need to appreciate and understand how to deal with Allah and how to enjoin good deeds and forbid bad deeds with Allah and with the people. With Allah means I check what is halal, what is haram, and I do. With the people means I check who is doing halal thing, I separate who is doing haram thing. I do my best to advise him and to stop him. And I'm not working alone. Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala is with me. وصل اللهم على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم والحمد لله رب العالمين والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.